everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Model Citizens Media. Model Citizens. Oh God!
Wow!
Sorry.
No, keep going.
Welcome to Model Citizens. Is it podcast now or show?
Model Citizens Show.
I am.
We have a month to prepare between episodes, and this is the outcome.
I am, unfortunately, your host for today, Michael Ruiz. With me, joining me as always, is the beautiful Mario Rivera. How are you doing today?
Doing just fine. Thank you so much. I can't believe I'm a model citizen. You're a model citizen specifically, so thank you.
I'm surprised I am a model citizen, considering that introduction was terrible. Also with me is comic books' own Logan Moore.
Tom Ricketts, go jump in a bonfire.
Yeah, you go jump in a bonfire, you little bitch. Next up,
I don't even know who Tom Ricketts is. Holy shit!
we got
Chicago Cubs.
Next up, we got a man who took 10 hours to get a TV, Max Roberts. How are you doing today?
It's not my fault it decided to rain in Florida. Okay.
Rains in...
It rained here too.
Florida's the worst, to be honest. So I
It's
understand.
up there. Weather-wise, it's definitely up there.
Yeah, definitely. And last, to round out this quintet, is the tank top man himself, Grant Callahan.
It's good to be here, being one of the best Dragon Ball Z fighter people in here. Best Mortal Kombat player in here, definitely.
Yeah. You're none of those things.
I have a little beef with Grant.
Oh,
okay.
Damn, start with
This
beef.
man, a month ago, sits here in the show, talks a little bit, which, was fine given our previous cadence of the show. And as soon as the stop recording button is pressed, this man takes his nose and puts it right up to the camera and goes, "Look what I did to my nose." And what was up there? Not a booger, but a ring.
A ring. Great.
This man pierced his nose that day and didn't tell us until after the show.
No. I told Mike prior to the show.
You did.
I was like, Mike, I'm going to go get my nose pierced. And he probably just didn't believe me. And then right after the show, I was like, hey, Mike, did you see I got my nose pierced? And just put the camera?
No, what happened was...
You know who would have believed you, Grant? I would have believed you.
No, he didn't say that he was going to. He was like, I'm thinking about getting my nose pierced. That's what he said that day. He said it that day. I'm thinking about getting my nose pierced. Yeah, he was like, oh, maybe I'll go get it. I'm like, okay, yeah, go for it, dude.
Instead, he was hiding the Elden Ring underneath his schnoz.
Yeah, and then he actually got it. This is great because, the first episode we introduced Grant, but Grant, we don't really know him, especially if you've been following this show, I guess, if you have. So Grant, this is about you today.
Oh, no,
Wanted to give you...
What did you bring for show and tell?
Yeah, I wanted to give you the floor here. Who are you, Grant? Why are you here?
That's a good question. Why am I here? But I'm Grant. I do IT, managed services, as my day job.
But at night...
At night, I'm the best fighting game player here.
We'll find out.
I like...
You're skirting around it. You're the biggest Persona fan that we all know.
No. Persona.
It's clearly behind the man.
Persona. I don't like Persona at all.
He likes Shimigami Tensei, the spin-off
Do you have
series of Persona.
Returnal on display too back there? What is the game? What's the PS5 game?
Oh, Lost Ark. Monarch.
Monarch. Lost Ark.
That's a dinosaur game.
Oh,
That's like me having a ukulele plushie up here next to Banjo-Kazooie, even though I guess they're kind of cousins.
It's the same game.
It's the exact same game, I guess.
I always feel bad because my room looks like complete and utter garbage right now. So usually I have like something blocking.
Oh, hey,
it.
Mike, do you like to skateboard by chance?
I do.
Do you also like Jordan shoes? I'm probably the only one who recognizes.
Where are the
those.
Travis
On the
hats?
left side of you.
Yeah, those are the Jordan shoes, and then there's a bunch of skateboards there.
actually, Mike brings up a good point. What is the current life cycle of your Travis Scott shoes? Do you still own those?
Yeah,
those are gonna be mine in like a month, though.
I'm keeping them
in a month.
No, like 11 months actually.
I was gonna say
Whatever.
the tournament's not till
11
December.
9 months. There we go. I had to look at a calendar.
God.
Yeah, I'm keeping the Travis Scott shoes. Grant's a little bitch. He won't beat me, so it doesn't matter.
If I won't beat you, put him down. All right,
Dude, we played.
Preface.
Okay, here's what happened. We played Mortal Kombat 11. I beat your ass. We played Persona 4 Ultimax Arena, whatever. The
I
first
beat
day
your
I
ass.
bought it. You beat me by one match. I beat you. We went basically even, and we only played another one because we were even. That was it. You technically won that one. That's fine.
I just love that you're both in the lower half of the podcast. It just looks like you guys are yelling at each other.
I'm saying that I beat you more times than you beat me in fighting games. That's what I'm saying.
We played Smash Brothers. I beat you so many times in Smash Brothers. So
Smash Brothers,
Smash Brothers is not a part of the deal.
That's where I joined the
You've said this yourself. Smash Brothers is not a fighting game. It is a platform entertainment party game.
platform
It doesn't count at all. So yeah, and I've played you. I'm almost positive one time we played Dragon Ball Fighters at Logan's house one time.
Grant's bad at that game.
No, I'm so good. I'm so good. I beat Mike every time.
And I beat that ass.
All the Dragon Balls and praise to the Dragon God for a W, and then he wins.
I don't know that.
What is Max? I don't know what your shirt says.
I don't know what your shirt is.
It's a Dragon Ball. It's a Dragon Ball shirt.
Oh.
Oh.
Max is a weeb.
Max is a Dragon Ball shirt, and you're wearing Dragon Ball shirts. You gotta be a grown man and wear Elden Ring.
Hey, you
shirts
gotta be a
instead.
grown man, wear a New Japan shirt.
Or you gotta just wear tank tops like
Tank tops.
Mario and
Whoa.
Fucking Reebok right now, son.
League tank tops.
Some Reebok.
All right. Real talk though, Grant. I mean, the reason why we all know you is because of Logan mostly. You're a childhood friend of Logan's.
Mostly, that's legitimate.
That's the only
reason.
Well, I've only known, like, yes, that's how I was introduced to Grant, but it's not like Logan told me life story. Well, he has told dumb stories about what you guys have done.
There's some
in your
things we know
childhood.
about
There are some stories that will be told
we won't
enough.
mention.
Yeah, there's stories that I've been told or whatever. But then I've also just talked to you. Just you, like, it's not like Logan's always there every time we've talked or anything like that. And I would consider you like a good friend of mine too. We went to go get beer a couple weeks ago, when you came into town and stuff.
Little did you know, I was actually there too.
Yeah, exactly. He was
hiding.
Yeah, he was in the back.
Because
He was behind. He was behind all the lagering tanks.
Yeah.
So, what was it like growing up with Logan? Basically, you showed us some videos and stuff.
Well,
What kind of dumb things did you guys get into?
I'm trying to think. The first time I think I hung out with Logan was that 5th grade. Baumberger? Is that the class we had?
That was 6th. That was the one we had together.
Oh yeah, I don't think. Yeah, 6th.
I knew Grant like through other mutual friends, but we didn't have like an actual class together until 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had that whole year together, and then we put on a stage play where we were where one of our friends lip synced all of White and Nerdy. These are the things I'm trying to remember from 6th grade.
I'm trying to.
Grant wrote a letter to Nintendo and told
Yeah,
them.
I was like, please give me. What was it, Wario Land?
Yeah, we had to write letters to companies of our choosing, and Grant's like, "I'm gonna write a letter to Nintendo." I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that too." He's like, "Okay, but I'm gonna write a letter and pretend that I had a copy of a game that was destroyed to see if they'll send me another free copy in the mail." I'm like,
And they
"I
did
don't think
not.
That'll work." And so he got this letter that is like, "Hello, I have purchased your copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves, but it was defected. Please send me another copy."
It was the disguise game. That's what it was. Because you got all those like bookmarks and stuff with all of the Wario and those disguises. What was that game? Was it on the DS?
Yeah, I think
Touch?
so. No, it wasn't
DIY?
Touch. It was I don't even know if it was a WarioWare game.
It wasn't WarioWare. It was like a Wario Land game, essentially.
Yeah.
Yoshi Island DS.
Is that involve Wario?
Yes, there's Baby Wario.
No, like this is like a mainline Wario game, I think.
On the
I have to look
DS.
it up now.
Like it was on the Game Boy, I think.
Game Boy or DS. It wasn't Wario Land 4, I know that.
Wario Master of Disguise on the Nintendo DS.
Ah, it was.
Yeah, I think it was either that. I thought it was either that or the Smooth Moves game though, because that was also the year the Wii came out, and we were all like, "Oh wow, we want to get the Wii." In sixth grade.
And the comic of Grant will never get a Wii appeared because I was really wanting a Wii at that time.
Yeah, and we all kept making fun of Grant. We're like, "You're not gonna get a Wii, sir."
I did not get a
this
Wii for
box,
Christmas. I got a Wii 2 days after Christmas though, and it was good. I'm trying to think after
That's
that.
sixth grade. I can't think it. I don't know. After that, in middle school, we all just kept hanging out together with each other.
Yeah.
And then you moved in together.
Yeah,
We went to college. I went to somewhere in Tennessee. You stayed,
I stayed
living
in
in
my
his
parents' place.
and then
I
came
remember.
back. And I was like, hey, we should move out. And we found a place like 2 or 3 weeks, then moved out immediately, it felt like.
Pretty much.
I think the first time I met you, Grant, was at Logan's house because we went to Logan's house for some reason.
I think it was Max's wedding.
And you were
stopped there.
and you were wearing a Cloud9 jersey, and I met you, and I was like, "This man is one of the tallest man I have ever seen in my entire life." Because you were a very tall person,
I'm only 6'6", not that bad.
only 6'6".
Okay,
Only
whatever.
6'6".
What do you say, Hassan? Probably the same height as him.
Why? I got real question though. Why? Why did you end up going into the Model Citizens Discord?
I think Logan invited me.
How did that
Yeah,
happen?
I think it was just. I think it was after we stopped doing everything for this that we were just talking all the time. And the only people I talked to when we first got Discords was like everybody in DualShockers, all of you guys,
Yes.
and then Grant had one too. And I was like, oh, I'll just throw Grant in here, I think. Because I think we had like stopped doing stuff for the most part.
I think
Or
that's true.
it may have been at some point, probably when Grant and I moved in. I probably just tossed him in there. And then that was kind
I
of
think
it.
Frank was the first one we added, but he's not here. He's never here. I could talk
I
shit
probably
about him all
added
the time.
Grant honestly so we could like do something stupid like play League together. And I was
That's
like,
possible.
join the server.
Probably.
Join the server I'm in, Grant.
Yeah, look at all our
Get into
passwords and all our
Model
layouts and stuff like that. Because I have access to all of it.
Yeah, and all I do is now I have the Model Citizens Twitter on my phone, debating if I should always post something terrible on there.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Nothing racist.
Do it.
No.
Yeah.
Just say something
That's
bad.
it.
Just say something bad about Bob Iger on that account.
All
And then
these
see what
people I don't
happens.
know.
No.
Is that man still CEO, Max?
No, he is officially ascended into the great
Ascended?
Mickey Mouse in the sky.
He's gone to the
Guy?
he's gone to
Bob
the magical
Chapek is
kingdom
the
above.
CEO.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Max.
Bob Iger became Bob Chapek.
Wow.
No, I was gonna ask you about TikTok drama that's going on with Disney, but you know what? I'll ask you off screen, and then we'll talk about if it's okay.
Max, would you like to have an official on the record statement? As a Disney employee?
Well, I don't. You could tell me something happened on TikTok, and I would have no idea. I don't have one.
No, I just was curious
know.
if there was any internal rumblings about it, just because I thought it was hilarious. But we will not talk about that.
You
because,
can ask me about whatever it is later.
yeah, but it has to be later for sure. Ow, cat. Whew.
TikTok drama.
There's so much TikTok too. My God.
Should
You
I?
have
I
no
actually
fucking
was
clue.
like, I was actually like thinking about this before we started the episode, but like, and the answer is I don't want one. But I
Don't get it.
TikTok so much all the time, and I'm like, man, should I?
No.
get on this dumb
Logan,
website? But then I just
Hold
think
on.
about how many hours I'll lose to it, and the other people are
Logan,
like, oh, it's
Here's what
TikTok
you
is
gotta-
terrifying.
It's
The
very
algorithm they use spooks
It's
me.
really messed
That's
up.
what I've heard too.
It's very
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm gonna
It's
send
like-
you a video. You'll watch this video, and you'll never want to sign up for
Is
TikTok.
the video? I've already heard some of this stuff before. I've heard the TikTok algorithm is like different in China than it is in America because they want people like overseas to engage with it very heavily because it's
Yes.
something they own, but they don't want people to engage with it as heavily in their own country because they like for them to not just be like
Sure.
social media zombies all the time. That's one thing that I heard. I have no idea how true that is.
Heavily possible, to be honest, because TikTok has ruined my life of the last several weeks because yes, totally weird. The fact that it knows that like so many random things, it knows exactly when I want to hear it and when I exactly want to see it. So girls and video games, fantastic. My thing is totally ruined. So there's that.
When I got when I got a TikTok, I like the first thing that just kept on coming up was just like these like girls. Like these like I was like, what's happening? I'm not even looking at this stuff. And it's just like
that's what happens on my that's how my Instagram feed
and so like like I'll be like scrolling through TikTok and then Amber will see this like girl in a bikini. I'm like, I don't know how this is working out. Amber, it's like the first like day or two that I had it. It was like this. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm just looking.
You don't know why your algorithm. You don't know why your algorithm skate, beer, and women. Just everywhere.
I mean, for example, for Instagram, it's for mine. It's skate stuff and it's wrestling stuff. And what ends up being wrestling stuff is a lot of it is like I follow like Mandy Rose or I follow whoever else, you know, like that ends up being part of it, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
I get like a bunch of like
TikTok is weird. I just use it now because Mario will send me shit and I think it's funny sometimes. So.
Thank you.
The weirdest thing that shows up in my Instagram feed or my like recommended page all the time, and I don't know why, because anytime it shows up, I'm like, I go to hit the I don't want to see this anymore thing. Is I get like all kinds of like I get tons of like Kardashian junk thrown in my feed. It'll be like shoes, lifting weights, Kim Kardashian. And I'm like, why? And I keep going through it. And I'm like, I don't want to see this. It keeps coming back. It's like, wow, did you know that Kylie Jenner said this? And I'm like, no. And I don't.
Did you watch one Kanye video and that's what happened? Like
I probably watched something like that where it's like, wow, Kanye's having a big drama meltdown with Skeet Davidson, and then all of a sudden it's like all the Kardashian junk like got thrown into my algorithm somehow.
Yeah.
So now anytime I look at my recommended feed, it's very weird TikToks, shoes, in Kardashians, and I'm like, I don't know what happened here, and I'm trying to fix it, but I don't think the algorithm understands. Also, I get a lot of targeted ads for gold chains. If you just scroll through my feed, you'll see like 3 gold chain ads within a span of like 10 posts.
I think the most like what I get for are shoes, so like Vans or like one of those like what are those resell like Goat or whatever or
I get like eBay
or I'll get eBay or I'll get what's it Flight Club's
another one.
Yeah,
I'll always get like ads for those and like skate shit all the time.
Max, what do you think your list would it be? What do you think when you scroll through TikTok, what do you think will be made up of it?
Video game stuff, I would assume.
Yeah.
If you would assume.
Wait, do you have an Instagram? I don't even.
I did. I haven't been on Instagram in years.
Instagram's
I quit Instagram a long time ago.
Instagram's the only good social media platform.
Max, are you?
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. None of it.
You're living off the grid. Okay, you know what? That explains the beard. That explains.
I've thought about probably deleting my Facebook for like the past like
me too.
I want to
2 years
so badly, but I legitimately can't because I need it for work. Because my personal account is tied to the company accounts I run, and I can't. Like the best thing I could do is create like a dummy account.
So what?
Link those and then link it that way. But Facebook has gotten like to the point where they like delete those dummy accounts that they know people are making. Because one of my friends at work did that. And eventually that got wiped and he had to like make another. It's
wild.
I hate Facebook. I mean, I'm sorry. I hate Meta.
That's why I can't get rid of my Facebook account is because of the Quest. It's tied to my purchases.
Yeah.
But what I've done on Facebook is I've unfollowed everyone. So my feed literally has nothing, no ads, nothing. It's just a blank screen. So I just use it to buy stuff for my Quest.
Interesting.
They know everything about you anyway, though, Max. Because
it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know everything.
I guess just to close this out, Grant, as far as the Grant section, Grant, if you could describe yourself 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Are you guys on a date?
Oh man, I can think of 2 words.
This is for your dating profile, by the way.
Oh, dating profile. I could do 2 words. I could do dangerously spontaneous or stupidly spontaneous, because I'll do stupid stuff like get my nose pierced on a whim, other things, or do things, especially if I'm like, Grant, you won't do this. There's probably a 90% chance that now I'm going to do it because he told me I'm not going to.
So this is how we get Grant to do things. We just tell him he won't do them.
Exactly.
Wait, what kind of things? Wait, hold on. Speaking of which, what kind of things do this is only applicable, I guess, for Mario and maybe Grant. What kind of things do you guys actually say on your dating profiles? Do you say like really dumb? Like, for example, one of my things on my dating profile, you have to do like one of the. Okay, I'm only on Hinge or whatever, but they encourage you to do like a voice prompt thing.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Hinge.
One of the ones they want you to do is like, answer a question. We'll give you like a prompt for a question and answer it with your voice. And they like really encourage you to do that. So one of them, the ones I like for that, I just talk about how I own like 500 Spider-Man comics. And sometimes people comment like that, and they're like, what? That's the thing that the girl that I went out with recently commented on, and that's how I started talking to her.
No,
So
totally.
It kind of works.
No, absolutely.
To just be your like real self in some ways. Also, my profile mentions Radiohead, Kojima, and the Cubs.
Here, I can read mine. I have it right here. Hold on 1 second. Here's my.
I don't even know if Grant, you have one at the moment.
I have not had a dating app for almost 2.5 years. I think.
I'm about to quit because it's making me like want to kill myself at this point. Not literally, but
Now,
that's the point.
now Mario, is
Yes.
this the profile? Is this the profile picture that I've been hearing about?
Zoom here.
I'm going to show you. Yeah. So this is my profile photo, which of course is me on my friend Christian's body. So I guess has it worked? No. Actually, that's not true. That's 2. I got 2. 2 people swiped on it.
That's the thing I don't understand is like you put things on your profile that you like think are like witty or that people will find like endearing, and
Yes.
it's like just I don't know anything else other than to just like have washboard abs or something like that, and then maybe people will be into that.
You could be shirtless and hold up a washboard in front of your abs.
This is also
That's
on
pretty
my
good,
profile.
actually.
That's not bad, Max. Maybe I'll do that.
That's pretty good, actually.
I mean, see, but that's the thing. I think we're dumb guys, and so when we think of that stuff, we're like, "That's hilarious. That's a great idea." I don't know how like girls think of this stuff at all.
I mean, girls are
people too.
Did Mike just get cut off by his wife?
I was like, uh-oh.
Did you see how that disappeared when he made that face?
Yeah, you made a funny face before you vanished.
I did. I was just saying, I mean, like, girls are just, people. They probably think dumb things
That's
are funny,
what I
too.
said.
See, I think
do.
girls are people too, but sometimes they prove to me that they're not.
That's a fucking full quote. Ladies that listen to Pimple in Progress, please say it again.
I'm in a point of my dating life where if I could get a damage tattoo across my forehead, I definitely would.
Well, Logan.
Hey, Grant,
Oh, go ahead.
you won't get a damage tattoo on your forehead.
Nice try, though.
Good one.
This is the great thing about being married. Then Max will agree. We will never have to deal with this.
No, we don't.
And Mike, we found our spouses early enough. I think really before all these dating apps really took over. Like I've never had to use one.
Yeah, you're right. I think we probably I worked with my wife, so I met her at my job.
That sounds even nicer because you don't have to explain what you do for a living.
Yeah.
That is
You understand the bullshit that you have to go through.
That is the worst part. But
I mean, the first date stuff, even with Amber, was still oh, what do you like to do? What are your interests and stuff? I mean, obviously we knew
beer and wrestling.
Yeah, but no, at the time it was probably drums, and I didn't really play video games at the time.
Max,
I think you skated.
Or sorry, Mike. If your first date's at a Taco Bell, at least she understands because she knows where you work, right? It's totally okay.
My first date was at a Culver's.
See what I'm saying? It's totally okay. She understands.
Culver's sounds so good right now.
We saw Avengers.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's right. Wasn't she also your boss? Is that true?
Yeah, she was my boss.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
I revealed this before we started recording, but yeah, I'm on 6 different fucking apps, and I just take phases. I'm not on Tinder often, but I just told you that Facebook has dating app as well. But the difference between that one specifically is that majority of the ladies there are single mothers. So if you want to start a nuclear family, that's the perfect place to do so. So you're all set.
There you go. Boom.
Hey, I'm almost 30. I'm down with moms. Let's go.
I'm down with moms.
I'm down with moms. Logan Moore.
Yeah, Logan Moore.
That's the tweet. That's the tweet for the episode.
Oh, don't worry. I'm already putting it up. Don't worry.
Down with moms.
IDWM.
Dude, I don't know how you do 6 of them because I only did one, and I'm only on one right now, and I feel like my brain still is slowly deteriorating.
No,
if I was on multiple, I was on multiple at one point, and then I had to stop.
Yeah, well, I'm not focusing. I don't go I'm gonna switch up and go to this one. I'm
gonna spend 6 hours a day on all of it. Yeah, right. I'm not. I
go through phases of all right, let's try this one out. Maybe this will work out this time. And I'm just this fucking sucks. I haven't tried Bumble because Bumble sounds more miserable than anything. Even if you switch it to buddy mode, where you're supposed to find a buddy on that. Okay, Cupid, by the way, has live features now, so you can just live stream on it. And then go on dates.
It had Omegle functionality.
Basically, it has I'm going live. I can go on a speed date round and have people actually go on there. It's really weird. We should live stream on OkCupid. See what we can.
I love us.
I will do that. People will be like, "Wow, what's your name, sir?" And Max will be like, "I'm married."
He'd be like, "Hi, married. I'm Mary."
Hi, Mary.
Yeah, great. We should talk about the homework assignment that we gave Max the last.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have breaking news here.
Oh no!
But I need to know what shine is. SHEIN. I assume this is is this Max would know?
Shein. It's a clothing. It's a clothing company. Super cheap.
Okay, so I while we're recording, I asked Max's wife what her targeted ads are on Instagram because I know she uses it, and she says Shein, Amazon clothes, and chapstick.
Yep.
Is
Sounds
she a
about
big
right.
chapstick person?
She likes makeup and lip products, so sure. And Shein is just a super, super, super cheap clothing company. I mean, it's ridiculously cheap. It's wild.
Okay.
Wait, how cheap?
It's mostly women's clothes, Mike. I don't even know if there's men's clothes on there. But
Let's look at 70%. Act fast. I just want to know what you mean by holy shit. $12 for this t-shirt. It's a shoulder t-shirt.
Oh, they got a lingerie and lounge section on there.
It's wildly cheap.
Wow. A floral print notched collar blouse is $11.
Go click on the lingerie thing and tell me what the first result you get, because my first result is pasties.
Get underwear.
Wait, how do you spell it again?
Contrast lace. SHEIN. Shein.
And this is our new segment of the show where we shop online in real time.
Women's clothing.
$12. Not bad. This is ridiculously cheap. You're not wrong.
I'm not kidding.
So you're gonna have to go show Amber this website after this
Hey,
podcast is
Amber,
over.
check out this 11. She would actually probably
Yeah.
like
You
can I-
may want to keep this to yourself.
whoa,
You may not want to share it.
Oh, I did not sign up for
I
this.
don't think I can show this. I'm not going to show it on the screen. Oh my god. Never mind. Oh, but I can get 20% off. Okay, great.
I want to see it too.
Great, though.
Okay.
Oh, wait, how much were those though?
Which ones?
The first option, I'm
fucking-
assuming.
the nipple covers.
I mean, I guess I could blur this. No, this ain't worth it. I'm not showing this.
Well, we're not
Where are
getting
you
we're not getting monetized here.
That is also
Yeah,
true.
Not yet.
Hold on 1 second. Let me call somebody.
How about
Technically, though, they didn't show nippies though.
It's very close. Very close.
It's close, but they didn't do it.
That
Gregory,
is true.
Gregory, YouTube isn't going to demonetize us for this. Come on,
let's
we're
just
fine.
calm down, everybody.
Hold
Let's
on,
just
hold on. I'm calling the only female.
Call will be charged
Oh, never mind.
for your international plan.
Oops, my bad.
Oh my god!
Wait, who are you trying to call?
International.
I'm
It's Natasha Romanoff of GoldenEye.
Natasha Romanoff of GoldenEye.
Never
She's
mind. That's
dead.
Black Widow.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Never mind. I don't know if we're gonna get a call from, but I was calling Fee the only female at point in progress, so that we can get a declaration if we can show that or not. But I don't think I'm gonna show it to anybody. But
Okay.
it's probably the right call.
probably the right call.
In my defense, the girl from GoldenEye's name is Natalia Simonova, which is like similar.
You could have just called her Jean Grey.
Is that's not her?
That is her.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's
The bad girl.
no,
The bad girl.
no, the third girl I'm thinking of.
Who? Max?
Nata-
What?
Max should know.
The good girl in GoldenEye is Natalia. The bad girl is Xenia.
Okay. But that's
It's been a
that's-
long time.
That is
The good girl is Jean Grey, though, isn't it?
no, the bad girl's green
No,
gray.
the bad girl is Jean Grey.
The bad girl's
I
green gray.
thought- what?
Yeah, the bad girl's
Yeah.
green gray. There's a weird sex scene in a sauna.
What's
That's-
her name? The actress.
Xenia, Famke, is it?
Famke
Yeah,
Janssen.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah, Famke Janssen.
Um.
I knew it was a weird name.
All right, it's time for Max's music minute. Is that what we called it the
Sure.
last time?
I think
don't
so.
know what it was
Music
called.
minute that turned half an hour. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Max's
we're gonna
music
try to keep
minute,
this more
baby.
concise this time,
Max.
especially the homework assignment part.
Now, Max. Last episode for people who
Or,
weren't
sorry,
here. Last.
no. It's Max's monthly music mission.
Oh yeah, for Max's monthly music mission. For people who don't know, we give Max a little bit of homework and have him basically review an album.
We're in the case of the first month, 5 albums.
Yeah. Well, no, we both gave you an album, and then we're
Yeah,
like,
we get
if you
like,
and then-
like one
and
or
then-
two,
and then I was like, if you like this, then maybe look at other stuff
Yeah.
that they did.
Mhm.
2
2 artists. Let's just say 2 artists. And
Sure.
That's a safer.
I gave you Jeff Buckley's Grace and Logan. What did you give? him again?
Tame Impala?
Tame Impala. Yeah.
Tame
Tame
Impala.
All right. Why don't you start with Tame Impala?
Oh, this will be the shorter section.
Oh.
Sorry. My Tame Impala notes are very short. My Jeff Buckley notes are very long. So
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
one of them probably had like an awakening in him. That's why it's so long.
yeah. So Tame Impala, I listened to 2 albums from, let me pull up my Apple Music. We're going to
Should
do this.
be Currents was probably the first
Yes.
one you listened to.
The purple one with the marble in the middle
And then the orange one.
with the sand that reminds me of Uncharted 3.
Yes.
So
Max,
Currents
wow,
is in-
sand, Uncharted.
exactly.
Max goes to a beach. Uncharted 3. Wow.
Getting major
Wow.
Uncharted vibes from this place.
Major Uncharted vibes. the two bullets I wrote down, I have more in my brain, but the two things I wrote down was I can't understand a word he says, and it reminds me of Daft Punk, and I can't say it, but it's the group your brother likes, Logan, who does Canned Heat, Jamiroquai and Daft Punk had a baby, and that baby was Tame Impala. That's the vibe I get off of these. They flow. To me, the whole albums are like one long song. It wasn't distinct songs to me. It was just, here's 45 minutes of Tame Impala, and it was good. But I couldn't tell you a single song off of it, like from name. There was one song, I don't even know what it was called. There's like one album in Currents where there's a phone call or something.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
That's,
but I don't know.
Yeah, I know that exact song.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's just, they're good. But
I think that's I'm a Man, Baby.
Would there be any that you're going to add to your rotation?
I mean, I might put the whole album in a rotation. Like if I'm in the mood, just like something in the background while I write, that's not going to distract me in a big way. It's good, but it's not. I definitely found myself listening to Jeff Buckley more because I basically listened to your homework for 2-3 weeks. That was all I was listening to music wise. So I did my due diligence, I think, on the homework side, and I chose Jeff Buckley far more often.
Okay, so what did you think of Jeff Buckley?
Yeah, what was the Jeff Buckley notes? I want to know.
I really, really like Jeff Buckley.
I knew it.
I'm like actually really bummed that he's dead. So
that's the natural progression when you get into him. You're like, wow, this guy's really good. Oh man.
Yeah, for me, when I first listened to him, it was the Jimmy John's I worked at played Last Goodbye. So that was the first song I heard, and it's still like one of my favorite songs now of all time. And then I'm like, oh, this is really good. Who is this? And my one friend's like, oh, this is Jeff Buckley. And I started listening to him because my brother had the CD for it. And then I just started listening. I'm like, oh, this is great. And I kept on listening more, and then you find out he's dead, and you're like, dude, what? And how he died? And then you're like, how he died? He's like, what? This guy wasn't
terrible.
This man wasn't even like, he wasn't like on drug. Like he might have been on drugs, but like. He wasn't like a crazy known drug user, it was just like
just freak accent,
he just drowned in the lake.
He's just like, hey, I'm gonna take a dip, and then
he got like pulled under a riverboat or something, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
There was like
he
went swimming like late at night, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
anyway, wow. You recommended 3 albums in total are what you recommended. And I've listened to those 3. I haven't listened to Sketches. What is it? Sketches for My Sweetheart. The Drunk, I guess is what it's called. I haven't listened to that yet.
I think that's
which I guess is what he was working on when he died. But I listened to Grace. I listened to Live at Shanae, which I believe we were actually corrected about.
Yes, we were.
We found the Jeff Buckley fan on YouTube is what we learned. And then I
forgot about that.
And then, You and I was the other one, which they released in 2016. It was some sort of studio session, it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
So I listened to those 3. My bullet point notes was he's a cooler in the mellow acoustic way, not like I'm so hip cool, but the like softer, more mellow vibe. John Cougar Mellencamp was kind of the vibe I got. He reminded me of the Dave Matthews Band, John Mayer, and Hank Williams, which ironically one of the songs in one of the albums, I forget which one, is Lost Highway. I was like, Lost Highway is very good. That's a Hank Williams song. So I was like, all right, that's a
Isn't that also a 9 Inch Nails song?
This is also really funny. You actually know a Smith song now because he covers, I think, 2 Smith songs in that.
I know whatever Smith songs are on the 500 Days of Summer soundtrack.
Well, now you know another 2 because William, what is it? Oh, The Boy with the Thorn in His Side.
Yes.
The soil's falling over my head.
The Mother, I Could Feel the Soil Falling Over My Head. Those 2 songs. Those songs. Are Smith songs. Yeah.
What is that?
I wrote that I feel like his concerts would kind of just be long jam sessions, and maybe that's because 2 of his 4 albums are just kind of seem to be rough recordings, and then another one is a live concert in like a coffee shop or something.
Yeah.
So maybe that's influencing what I think, but I feel like he'd be like the Dave Matthews Band and have a serious radio station of just concerts and jams and stuff, like if he was alive today. That's kind of what I feel like. But
Max,
that could also be
Max, who
influenced.
do you think would most likely cover them now and it would be a big hit?
No idea. I could see John Mayer doing some of his stuff for sure. But that, I don't, John Mayer does whatever he wants. So
I wonder what Miley Cyrus would do with it, personally. I like her weird covers that she does.
She did a good 9 Inch Nails cover.
Yeah.
What?
She had Dolly
What
Parton
did she
was really
cover
great.
by 9 Inch Nails?
when she was selling T-Mobile.
Creep, right?
So
I
Creep.
think so.
That's a
No,
radio.
hold on. I'm
It's
sorry.
radio.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Animal. That one. Hold on. What's the name of it?
yeah,
Closer?
I like.
I want to fuck you like an animal. Closer. That's the word I was trying to find. That creep.
I think
Oh.
the one I like the most was the You and I, and I think it's just a really good. I like that it's just him in the studio, and then Shanae is probably the second favorite. I like the liver ones, and there's a cool. At least I think it's cool. Like I think the second or third song in You and I kind of reveals itself as a session, just a recording session, because he screws up a song and they keep it going. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think my favorite song was probably Mojo Pin.
Okay.
It's probably my favorite.
That's the first song on Grace,
Grace.
right?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, and then he does it in the other stuff too. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think my favorite are probably Last Goodbye and Lover You Should Have Come Over. I think those are my two favorite.
Hmm.
Those are like the two biggest ones for sure.
Yeah. Then Grace is a really good song too, for sure. That whole album is great. I love almost said Tim Buckley. That's his dad. Who is like a 60s folk singer. Jeff Buckley. So I'm happy you enjoyed it. I'm very happy that you actually
Yeah,
listened
Jeff
to it
Buckley.
and enjoyed it.
If there was a fight for the lead, Jeff Buckley was the winner this time.
This
wa-
is interesting.
I
I
watched
figured
Mike
you would have
Smile,
liked
though.
Tame
It was
Impala
great.
more, honestly. I figured that was a
So did I. Actually.
It was like
So-
it's good. I just was way more.
I do
drawn
agree
to
that they
Buckley.
do have those. In recent years, I have become somebody who doesn't really know song names and stuff like that and know where certain songs end like I used to, unless I really listen to an album a lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
And even then, all I know is the track number. So
Yep.
I know this is the fifth song. I don't know what that is. But
Yeah, this
it's
is
the
like-
fifth song.
And this is like my problem within like the streaming era, I think, for some like I just put full albums on and I listen, which is weird because I feel like that's probably
That's
the opposite of how a lot of people can be.
that's the only way I've ever listened to music. Really, is listening
Same.
to an album front to back. I'm
That's what
not
I-
a
yeah.
skip around person.
I'm with Max. I do the
like-
same thing.
Like that's how I am too. Like on even with Tame Impala, I can probably tell you every song on Currents, but the other album, whatever the something year,
The Uncharted album.
yes, on the Uncharted album, I cannot tell you individual songs, but I know the entire structure of that album and I know like all the words on it because I've listened to it so many times. But I can't. The Slow Rush. I don't know why I thought Year. The first track is called One More Year.
Yeah.
That's why. But yeah, I know like every song on that album. But if you were like, "Oh, what's this song called?" I was like, I'd be like, I don't know, but I can tell you the words in it. I can tell you how it goes from beginning to end. So it's really weird. That's how I was for the longest time too with Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator. I knew that whole album front to back. I knew almost all the lyrics in it, and I could not tell you what certain songs were called. It's weird.
Mike would understand this. That's me with what is it? Oh my god, the Mars Volta. I listened to those albums front to back. I couldn't fucking tell you a single track.
You mean you don't like intergalactic ESP, Mario?
Or
That's how Coheed is.
Lanterns
too,
and
though.
Camera
No,
Light.
Coheed has normal names for
The Willing Well for
until you get to the Willing Well, until you get to like the Willing Well 1, 2, 3, 4, all that stuff. But like Welcome Home, The Suffering,
Yeah.
A Favor House Atlantic. Like they're not a Favor House Atlantic's kind of weird, but
Okay, so assignments for next time. Max, I'll cut to the chase on this stuff so that you can so we don't talk about it as much as we did last time. Gorillaz. This is another one I mentioned.
Oh, the famous album cover with the profile faces.
Listen to Gorillaz. The two I am going to tell you to listen to, I think Plastic Beach is the best one, personally. I think that is the one you should listen to if you want their best stuff.
Albums. Where's the see all the albums?
Yeah, I see you disagreeing over there, Michael.
Plastic Beach.
Plastic Beach is the one I think I like the most.
Really? There's
Demon Days is the most popular one.
It is.
Demon Days is the album.
That's the album that
everyone
That's
knows.
the album, yes. That is the most popular. Like, if you want to just start somewhere with them, start with Demon Days for sure.
Yeah.
It is the most popular of them all. It's got Feel Good. I mean, it's got like a it's got a lot of really popular songs. So if you want to listen, if you want to start with one, start with Demon Days, and then go to Plastic Beach.
They have a song called Dirty Harry. Do they have a thing with Clint Eastwood?
They do. That Clint Eastwood is that title of that album, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, Max, the other great thing about the Gorillaz.
No, it's 19 to 20.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a member of the band was a character on the Powerpuff Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
One of the Rowdy Rough Boys. Is that the name of it?
I thought it was from the Gangrene Gang.
Gangrene Grain. Thank you so much. He's he's the lead singer at one point for a temporary time.
The lead singers are all cartoons.
Gorillaz added.
Demon Days is the one I would say, and then Plastic Beach is really good. Plastic Beach, I'm not even going to tell you. Actually, if you just start listening to you may have had this spoiled, and you may, when you listen to the album, be like, "Oh yeah, I remember them mentioning this before." But just start listening to Plastic Beach, and there's a guest spot on the first on the first or second song on the album that you'll like. But that whole album,
I don't see anything, so I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
Just listen to the album naturally, and then somebody will start singing or speaking, and you'll be like, "Oh, I know who this is." It's a very obvious voice on that album, and it's really good. If you want to go from there,
Humans is my personal favorite.
Humans is really good. So the reason I would not recommend Humans though is because it's very, very guests heavy. That is an album where they bring on different guest different guest vocalists or artists on pretty much every single song on the whole album, and it's good, but it's different.
Yeah. It's not Gorillaz. It's Gorillaz and crew.
Kind of. It's still very much them. Like, all the beats and all the music is them, and so in that sense, it's still really good in that way. But there is different. It's got a different vibe to it because they're constantly cycling different artists.
Which
one's Melancholy Hell? Is that Beaches?
That's Plastic Beach?
Plastic Beach.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic song.
And then their most recent one's pretty good too. The Now. I would just go deep.
My favorite, personally.
It's a great one.
The first one's good. I mean, again, you can totally go if you like them, you should check out all of them. Like, if you get a good taste in Demon Days and Plastic Beach, and you like those two albums, then you'll like everything they've ever put out.
To me, they're iconic albums for that band. They're the most iconic things of that.
Yeah,
band,
I'm just telling you to listen to the two big ones.
Well, I definitely know Demon Days is iconic because I know the album art. Like, everywhere. That art is iconic.
It's
so
everywhere.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, Mike.
All right.
Is it Jeff Buckley again?
No, I'm going off of this. You like John Mayer, so maybe you like these people because I either think they're kind of like them or they're influenced by him, or he's influenced by them, and I think he is. Have you heard of a man called Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Yes.
All right. Do you listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan at all?
There's probably a song I know, but he's not in.
You definitely know.
Okay,
You definitely know, like, Pride and
great.
Joy. You for sure know because that was in like Guitar Hero.
Perfect.
Which Guitar Hero?
I think 3 or.
If it's in 3, I know
it's in 2 or 3.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Listen to Texas Flood. That's it.
Max.
Texas Flood. Okay.
If you like this, man, this opens up a lot of doors to shred music.
Yeah, to me,
not like heavy metal shred, like just like guitar jam.
Should I pick Texas Flood or Texas Flood Legacy Edition?
I mean, I guess
listen to the bass.
Legacy has a bunch of live stuff.
Let's listen
to Texas Flood as Stevie intended.
yeah.
Max, the problem with Legacy is that it changes every time you listen to it, just like those board games. That's
Exactly.
it.
If you end up liking, obviously, if you end up liking his stuff, listen to more of his stuff. But
Is he dead too? The last album was 1991.
He's been dead for a long time.
Died in a helicopter crash.
Yep.
I don't know if you noticed the theme here is people that die horribly.
So yeah, listen to him, and because I feel like also again like Jeff Buckley, I feel like knowing if you like Stevie Ray Vaughan helps me open the door to other things potentially.
I'll just say this, Max, before you listen to this man. First off, yes, John Mayer worships the ground that Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I'm pretty sure he
plays.
plays a Stevie Ray Vaughan strat.
Stevie Ray Vaughan
right?
strat most of the time. Yeah. I think he might even own one of his guitars.
I think John Mayer's signature guitar is like based off of the Stevie Ray Vaughan strat.
And honestly, Max, I'm not kidding. Like I have like favorite guitarists or like if you ask anybody like who's the best guitarist ever, Michael or wait, Max is or wait,
he'll be back.
Max can still hear me. If you ask most people like who the best guitarist ever, like most people will say like Jimi Hendrix by default. I feel like, for my money, honestly, I think Stevie Ray Vaughan is probably the greatest guitarist of all time. It's probably him and Hendrix. It's one of those two for me. I think he is legitimately incredible. If you listen to Texas Flood and then you like that, then the thing I would encourage you to do from that point is go watch him play. It is
that's true.
Incredible. Like he is unreal, dude.
Okay.
Sure. If you want to watch a specific showing by him too, if you want to jot this down, there is an Austin City Limits concert by him that is really, really good. It's
the famous one.
It's
if
the
just
most
look
famous
up, just look up the famous Stevie Ray Vaughan performance. You'll find it.
Okay.
He is a freak.
The reason why people use the
added.
Tooth Screamer pedal is because of this man. Like is because like he has one of the most iconic guitar tones next to like like David Gilmour like with a Strat. He has one of the most iconic, and Jimi Hendrix. Like he has defined guitar sound for like generations. So
Sure.
I think yeah.
I mean, there's like a long legacy of like blues musicians too, and he's one of the last. I mean, that's not to discredit anybody else who's been around the past 20, 30 years, but he's one of the most prominent solo blues artists I can think of that is like was mainstream too.
That started at that time because you're looking at, like obviously there's people like B.B. King or whatever that were around in the 2000s.
Yeah. I'm talking like post 60s 70s.
Because once you get into like the 2000s blues stuff, that's like to me that was
it's like Gary Clark Jr. and people.
Yeah, Gary
like
Clark
that.
Jr. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Like that kind of stuff, which is not your more traditional. This was like Stevie
or
Ray
even
Vaughan.
Even John Mayer, I would say, is more traditional.
Yeah,
some of his albums they're blues based. At least he takes a lot of inspiration, even though it's got more
depends on the album
pop flavor to it.
Yeah. Anyway, that was
if Max likes Stevie Ray Vaughan, that'll be interesting.
Yes, that opens doors, is what.
And it's not like he's inaccessible. Like a lot of the music you will listen to was played on like popular radio. Like it's very mainstream for the most part.
I know the name, so
yeah.
It's not like Tame Impala where I didn't know the name, or Jeff Buckley. I didn't know him either. So I know Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like that's a name I know. So
yeah,
he plays a good version of Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I saw that was on the album. I was like, okay, all right, we'll see how this goes.
Great.
All right,
so,
homework assigned. Notes
homework is
ready.
Yeah, homework is assigned.
I'll listen to it at work tomorrow.
Max's monthly music mission was a success for this past month, but is now got new objectives, so that's great. Is there anything else we all want to talk about before we head out?
Do you want to hear about my TV?
Yeah,
I do want to.
Yeah.
Do you want the whole story?
Yeah,
Like the whole
when
thing?
you bought the first TV.
Yeah, you want the whole story?
I want the whole.
Go back.
I actually want to know when you were born. Let's start from there.
It all started in 1992 when John Roberts and Gidget Westerman got married, and they fell madly in love.
Is Gidget her?
I was wondering where this was going for a second.
Interesting.
Gidget, her name's Gidget. Just like Gidget goes to Hawaii and stuff.
Yeah,
same thing.
I've never met a Gidget, I guess. So
you technically
met
have.
my mom.
You
So.
technically
I have now. Now that I know.
But pre my mother, no.
Yeah.
So I guess it all started back probably in 2017, 18 when one of Abby's coworkers just had extra big old flat screen TVs lying around, and he gave us a TV for free. And so all I had to buy was like a glass stand to hold it up. This was a big, thick TV. I don't know, about this thick. It cropped everything in so you couldn't see, the outer edges of the picture. It was just a HD TV, old, for free. And in the year 2018, end of January, right before February, before the Super Bowl, it just died. Wouldn't turn on, no power, nothing. I don't know. It just ate the dust. But it's the perfect time to buy a TV because Best Buy is always putting TVs on sale at the Super Bowl. So consoles were coming out, PS5, Xbox Series X. I said, Abby, we need this TV so I can play all the games at 4K 120. I think I've played a whopping 2 games at 4K 120 since then. So it's a very useful feature. I got the LG C9 4K OLED 55 inch. It was the best at the time that I could find. I think all in all, it was probably $1,400, and then we bought a 5-year warranty for $350. So let's just say $1,900 all in all, probably. Taxes, who knows? So maybe $2,000. And that's been our TV for 3 years. Been great. Love it. Perfect. Then I got Horizon Forbidden West. And I was like, wow, this is a very pretty game. PS5 is awesome.
Okay.
The power of the PS5. And then this man knocks on my door one day. I'm home playing this game, shooting things. And I pause during a cutscene. It's the beginning of the game when you go down that lift. And that guy is talking to you about you're entering the valley. It's dangerous. So I pause, answer the door. Guy tries to sell me water. He's like, hey.
The Waterman?
Waterman.
The Waterman?
Yeah,
Shoot him!
I kid you not. He's like, do you like your water? Like, where do you get your water? I'm like,
from the faucet.
Out of the fridge. From a LaCroix can is the real answer. Crack open a LaCroix. So after I shoot him away, I was like, I don't need your water. I walk back to the couch, but it's paused on this man on the lift. And I'm like, wow, this character model just looks so good. The power of the PS5 is real. And I just I'm never this close to my TV, but I walked up to the television. I was like, wow, look at the detail. It's so real. And it's a blue sky behind him. It's beautiful. It's like, wow, the HDR, PS5. And there are 2 black dots above this man. And I said, hold up a minute. The sky doesn't have little black dots. And I switched the input immediately. I'm like, is it the game or is it the TV? So I switched it over to our Apple TV and put on an episode of Seinfeld. And the black dots were there. And I knew that the pixels were dead. He's coming in. The pixels are dead. I'm like, well, this is why I bought a warranty. And it's probably not surprising. They make it difficult for you to file a claim.
Of course.
You have to call if it is for a TV over 40 inches. So I called one Saturday.
Or see your doctor.
Or something. And the guy on the other end was like, we can have a Geek Squad guy come out in 3 weeks, or we can have an authorized service provider out next weekend. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. As long as someone comes out to document this and get me a new TV. So I'm sick. Got a sinus infection. I'm homesick. Getting ready to take a nap. I'm wiped out. And my phone rings, and this guy goes, hey, I'm with the video company to come check your TV out. I can be there in an hour. This is on a Wednesday. He was supposed to come on Saturday. He was like, can I come now? I'm like, yes, come. The man shows up at my house an hour later. Like he said, he was on time.
I was like, who's going to say it?
He is...
Someone clip it later.
What clip what?
No. Don't worry. You'll watch the show. You'll see later.
I don't know if I'm frozen on your end.
No, you're good. You're good.
Actually,
you're good.
three of you are frozen.
No. Never mind. That's what she said.
The man is Santa Claus in a golf cap. Big old beard, white. He straight up looks like Santa Claus, and then he's got a gentleman's golf kind of cap on. Walks in.
I thought you said he had a gentleman's club cap on. I was like, what the hell?
No, just like golf, like a little golf type of cap.
Understandable.
He's got a Patty's Show club.
He's got glasses on. He's like, show me the problem. This man can't see. Like, here, look, these little black dots. He's like, are they there? I'm like, yes. He pulls out some probably super cheap free Android phone. It didn't look like a Samsung or any, And he's trying to take a picture, but he can't get it to focus on the pixels. So he's just getting blurry pictures of my television all lit up. I'm like taking pictures on my phone. I'm like, I can send these to you. Clearly shows the pixel.
Hey, Fiona, giving her digits.
He told me, so I technically had him. But he finally figured out how to like get it to focus, I guess. And I kid you not, the man looks at the TV, takes his hand and goes right on the panel. Like, maybe this will fix it. I about had a heart attack. My fingers have never touched my screen.
Wow. Well, let me tell you how I felt when Coca-Cola got all over my television.
Oh my gosh. That sounds horrific.
This is something Grant did for people unaware.
Yeah, I threw it on there. I was mad.
I do think that like poking at dead pixels is like an actual thing that can fix them. To be honest.
No, I can't live like that. I don't want
that
in
my life. You're not part of the Geek Squad. You wouldn't understand.
Well, he wasn't either. He's a part of a third-party contractor. Then the man takes his receipt paper.
Weren't you a third-party contractor at one point?
I do contract work. I'm just saying. Logan said he was a Geek Squad. I said he's not Geek Squad.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But he came out with his receipt, and he tried to write the problem like on the sound bar and pushing into the television. I'm like, there's a table right here. Let's just go write it down over here. We don't need to destroy my stuff to write this quote down. And he said, when he left, he's like, I'll send this off. If you haven't heard anything in 8 to 10 days, give me a call. 14 days later, I give him a call. He goes, I haven't heard anything. You need to call Best Buy. And so I called Best Buy. The lady on the other end said, well, this is strange. It's qualified to just be replaced. It's apparently too expensive to repair, so we're just going to replace the TV for you. And in my brain, that was, we are going to give you either a refurbished LG C9, which I would not have been necessarily a fan of, or we have a new LG C9 because it's only a couple years old, just sitting like in a warehouse. We'll give you that. She's like, just look out for an email. Well, over the weekend, no email showed up in wherever it went. So I called again on Monday. And the guy transfers me to the right department. Apparently, I have a claim number now. I still haven't gotten an email. And the gentleman on the other end says, you've got two options. Or he was like, what TV do you want to replace this? I said, what do you mean? Like, I just want the TV, same thing. And he's like, well, no, you get the equivalent model or whatever. And so suddenly this opened up. Thankfully, I stay on top of TVs enough now that I'm in that world. So I knew at least I wanted the same sort of line. But I'm like pulling up ratings.com, but it's retweetings.com. I'm like pulling up reviews real quick. And the gist was, you can have us come deliver the television and we'll take the old one away. Or I can give you credit for the new television and you can go get it and keep the old TV. And he's like, that's what you should do. I'm like, so you're telling me I can keep the old TV?
Yeah.
And get a new one? He's like, yes. Mm-hmm. And I get the same dollar amount as the new TV. It's not like I get less credit. It's like, yes, you'll get it like in 2 minutes after I hit this button. I'm like, I'll do that. And so I got just shy of $1,300 in Best Buy credit to go buy this television. And I picked it up tonight, which was why I was late. I had a buddy with the truck who helped me take it, but it was pouring down rain. Thankfully, he has a bed cover, like a waterproof bed cover for the truck. So the TV was strapped down in there. And I haven't even plugged it in yet. It's in the living room. But yeah, I got the brand new TV. And ironically, today is when Sony said we're adding variable refresh rate support to the PS5 in the coming months. And this TV supports that. So I'm very excited.
It's a big win
that I have 2 TVs now.
Yeah, that's rad.
The warranty stuff for like phones specifically is just like that. Like, it's like if they don't have the model and they can't find it within the vicinity, they're giving you whatever's the next best available. And I've had that for like people that had like a Samsung 6 got like the new 22. You know, like it's that easy.
Oh, and you better believe I bought the 5-year warranty for this new TV.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Which was $100 cheaper than what I paid for it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you say what the TV was that you got? Which one did you get?
Now I have an LG C1. So I don't know how they went from C9 to C1. I know last year's was CX, like a 10. So I guess 1 represents 11. I don't know. But I have an LG C1 55-inch.
Isn't the CD model the one that's really good right now?
CD?
CD! It was recorded. It was all worth it.
I realized it as it was happening.
As Logan said it, I was like, no.
I was just thinking, like, who watches CDs anymore? And I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
All right, that's the best way possible.
We got it. Yeah, we got it. Thank you, everyone, for.
Wow, that's
Everyone's
2 in a row
frozen.
that we've got him on.
It's
But this one's on the record.
This was actually on the record this time.
Thank you, everyone, for listening or watching the Model Citizens show. Mario, you want to plug yourself?
Yeah, of course, you can find me here on this channel at Point in Progress, where we do wonderful things, including this show, which is a lot of fun. We're posting this, I believe, next month, right, in April. So me and Mike are doing a Tremors podcast for some reason.
Dude, it's rad.
I'm happy to make you a total Tremor convoy convert.
A graboid.
Graboid. It's our grab boys.
Remember hashtag, what is it? Grab on, grab off.
Which
So
you will
dumb.
only understand if you watch the episode, so please watch them. Of course, you can also find me over at Tech Raptor, where there's a bunch of videos going out, and I'm helping, giving young kids opportunities like I just got from these boys here. So definitely doing my diligence over there.
Logan?
I'm Logan. Hi. I'm on the internet, I guess.
It's
at
on Hinge?
Moreman12.
That's right.
I'm on Hinge if you're in the Zionsville, Indiana area. And that's about it. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why I told everybody where I live.
I was like, that's worse than just sharing your Twitter profile.
Yeah, probably.
Grant, want to share anything?
I don't have a lot of social media public right now, but I will make my Twitter public within the coming weeks, which will be Grant 2_ Callahan.
2?
That's the only place you'll probably find me.
2
Yeah,
underscores?
Just change it
Two
to
underscores.
why not the Grant Callahan? The Grant. Did someone take that?
I guess I'll have to find out.
I'm
now. I guess
gonna go take it right now.
How about Aqua?
Yeah, what about Aqua?
that account's dead on Twitter.
What about Returnal Fan 69?
That's for a different website.
That's a good
It's
website.
for his dating profile.
That's for the dating. Yes, that's for
Yeah.
Tinder.
Yes.
Max, did you want to plug anything?
You follow me on Twitter at MaxRoberts143, and I do writing stuff over at maxfrequency.net. You can find everything else I do over there too. So that's the best place to go.
Get a full review of your TV. Yeah.
Yeah, the full review of the LG CD model
Great.
coming soon.
Can't wait to.
I did want
Can't
to
wait to
plug.
see these nuts.
I did want to plug one more thing. Go follow the Chicken Pot Pie account.
Pot Pie Thursdays?
Go
Pot Pie
follow
Thursdays.
Pot Pie Thursdays account, please.
And every Thursday at 5 p.m. EST, there will be a tweet waiting for you.
Is that automated?
Maybe, possibly.
The chicken pot pie account?
Yeah.
Chicken. It's Pot Pie Thursdays.
Chicken
At Pot Pie
pie.
Thursdays.
At Popeye.
It's at Pop Pie Thursdays?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll follow this.
Well, there you go. Hashtag at Popeye Thursdays.
You could follow me on,
Thank you,
on
Logan.
most social media platforms at the Michael J. Ruiz. I do a podcast called Bantam Banter. You could check that out as well. And as Mario mentioned, I'll be on the Tremors in Review. So check that out.
That's hilarious. I knew my Christmas gift to you would pay off someday, Mario.
Yeah, totally did. It's actually right here. Still,
Dude, those
Man.
movies are great. At least
awesome.
the first two movies are great, at least. So
I love them.
thank you everybody for checking this out. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you.
Nuts.